Hello, pilots! Let's discuss superiority in battles, advantage points, the important role of attack aircraft, and how concealment works. Let's start with the basics. Your team can achieve victory in a standard battle either by destroying all enemy aircraft or gaining supremacy. So, what is superiority, and how can you gain it? First of all, you need to score advantage points. You do this by destroying enemy targets, both on the ground and in the air. One destroyed aircraft will bring 1 point to your team. The same for destroying a ground target, and 3 points for a headquarters. At the top of the screen, you can see the so-called supremacy meter that displays each team's current battle progress. At the beginning of the battle, this bar is empty. It begins to fill after each team starts scoring points. A team that achieves 100% superiority wins the battle. If the enemy team has more advantage points but loses all their aircraft, your team wins regardless of the number of advantage points. The battle can come to a draw when either the bar remains equal after the end of the 15-minute battle or all aircraft on both teams are destroyed. If the enemy team destroys a friendly aircraft or ground target, your team will lose some part of the supremacy meter filling. A team loses 15% advantage if one of their aircraft is destroyed. A destroyed ground target costs 30% advantage. A team loses 90% advantage if their headquarters is destroyed. How fast the bar fills depends on the difference in advantage points of both teams. Let's look at an example. Team A lost 4 aircraft while Team B lost 1 aircraft. It means that the score is 1-4. Team B is leading by 3 points. The supremacy meter of Team B fills at 0.8% per second. So Team A has about a minute and a half to score points. Suppose Team A destroys a small ground target. The score is now 2-4, with Team B having a 2-point advantage. The supremacy meter of Team B drops by 30% and starts filling again at 0.6% per second. Then Team B destroys Team A's headquarters. The score is now 2-7, and Team B has a 5-point advantage. Their supremacy meter continues filling, but faster, at 1.2% per second. Attack aircraft are very important for achieving and maintaining advantage. This is the most controversial aircraft type in the game. Attack aircraft carry powerful weapons and have high durability. Many also have a rear gunner. However, their low speed and maneuverability, as well as low optimum altitude, compensate for it. Low optimum altitude is both a strong and a weak point, though. It's all about aircraft concealment. An aircraft flying low to the ground is harder to detect. Different aircraft types have different concealment effectiveness. Attack aircraft have the best concealment. If an aircraft flies at an altitude of 200 meters or lower, they receive concealment bonus. The lower they fly, the higher the bonus is. Dropping bombs does not affect concealment. Aircraft lose concealment when they open fire or launch rockets. Concealment begins to work again in a few seconds after aircraft have stopped fire. If an aircraft is set on fire, flames and smoke will give it away. Attack aircraft are the most effective aircraft type in destroying ground targets, even when using machine gun and autocannon. By the way, have you noticed that the same buildings or AA guns on the same map may have different levels of hit points? Let's find out why. Every ground target type has standard durability that increases depending on the tier of the battle. It is calculated by a simple formula: multiply durability by X, where X is the highest aircraft tier in the battle. Let's take an AA gun, for example. If the highest aircraft tier in the battle is Tier 1, the AA gun will have 150 hit points. If the highest aircraft tier in the battle is Tier 10, the AA gun will have 1,500 hit points. Now, let's move from theory to practice. Here are several examples of how to conduct battle when the enemy team has advantage. For instance, let's look at if only enemy aircraft are left, and you're flying a fighter. Look for enemy aircraft while flying at about 500 meters above the ground. Most likely, they'll be flying along map borders. Check the area around the enemy base, but try to avoid enemy AA guns. Occasionally, enemy attack aircraft won't be too cunning. You will likely find them near your ground targets. When you get advantage, enemy aircraft will try try to knock it down. As soon as an enemy attacks a friendly ground target, it will be displayed on the minimap. Enemy aircraft will be revealed, so you will be able to catch up with it and bring it down. The opposite situation, you're flying an attack aircraft while there are only enemy fighters left. You should carefully move to the nearest enemy AA gun or other ground target if enemy aircraft haven't been spotted in that area. If your team has only a narrow advantage, destroy a few ground targets and quickly fly to another area. Usually, the speed of your actions matters the most in this situation. Destroy already damaged ground targets, ideally the damaged enemy headquarters. Do one attack run and move to a different area. You shouldn't simply cruise around. If both you and your enemies are flying attack aircraft, the best you can do is to destroy ground targets while monitoring the activity of allied AA guns on your minimap. If the enemy suddenly stops destroying friendly ground targets and you already have advantage, you should fly away. There is no guarantee that you bring enemy aircrafts down. What matters here is patience. If enemy aircraft keep destroying your ground targets, there's a chance they will crash or will be destroyed by friendly AA guns. Just don't crash yourself. If the enemy team has a fighter or a heavy fighter left, it could take too much time to find them. They may be flying at high altitude. You should destroy ground targets even if you fly a fighter. Start with the ground targets that have the least amount of hit points. Remember to monitor your minimap and radar. Enemy fighters may come back to destroy aircraft that attack ground targets. Here's another example. The enemy team has an 80% advantage. None of your allies are destroying ground targets. You spot an undamaged enemy aircraft and realize that you don't have enough firepower to destroy it quickly. In this case, ramming is a viable option. You'll not only be able to knock down the enemy advantage, but pull a victory for your team. We hope that this information will help you choose the right tactical solutions, stay less detectable, survive more often, and get more enjoyment from the game. That's all for now. Good luck in your battles.